you brought your wetsuit and your flippers. We're underwater at the Atlantis. And next to me for the broadcast, the one and only Johnny Nelson.
About time, too.
It's time. El Nino de Oro. It's Jorge Linares fighting out of Venezuela and Japan. He won his first world title back in 2007 and hasn't looked back since. It's Eric El Torito.
This bout is scheduled for 10 rounds of boxing. In the red corner, from Barinas, Venezuela.
So much hype surrounding this big matchup. And we're off and running between these two really accomplished fighters. Let's see how they come out. Both of these men showing exceptional chins, by the way. Punch, counter punch. Do you believe what we're seeing? He scores with the counter. The straight right just misses. How about that time counter shot? There was so much hype surrounding this match, I wonder if it can actually live up to the hype.
Just see the nerves on that fighter stepping into the ring, Todd. It can tell you so much about a fighter. And then look in the opposite corner. You've got one fighter that is in heaven. This is where they want to be.
Those who thought this would be a mismatch, you are sorely wrong.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I got to respect both of them more than happy.
When are we going to see a jab from these two? Well done with that counter shot. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch. Here's a scoring blow. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Linares in that last round. Well, there was no... Here we go, it's round two. After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything worked. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Straight right just misses. When you're fighting a counterpuncher, the feint can be such a good weapon. Pretend you're going to punch, make the counterpuncher throw a punch, and then you counter them.
To beat a counterpuncher, you've got to take them out of their pace. Do not wait for them, because if you wait, they'll pepper and pop you all night long. Rush them.
Perfect counter shot. A real good back and forth between these two fighters.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
The courage on display here is incredible. They have no respect for each other's punching power. Cannot throw out a lazy jab in this fight. You'll get knocked out. Just missed with that hook. Beautiful counter punch. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Linares in that last round. I promise you, all three judges here are going to give that round to you-know. There's the bell for round 3. That last round was huge for him, Johnny. How does he keep the momentum going?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
A counter fighter relies a lot on their instincts and reaction time. You've got to get in there quick to punch your opponent before he gets his fist back to block.
Counterpuncher is my favorite kind of fighter. A good counterpuncher, they're the people that make the history of our sport.
I don't think it's going to be a boxing match. This is going to be a fight. Beautiful counter shots. Catch and shoot. Fighters landing in these exchanges, judges going to have a tough job.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
It's all offense all the time. Nice counter. That jab misses. One punch could change anything when these two step in the ring. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Let's talk about Linares in that last round. That was almost a... Here we go in round 4. Who's going to land the first big shot? This fight has been very one-sided. What are we going to have in this round?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Just when you thought we'd see a lull in the action, here we go again. Neither one of them want this to go to the judges' scorecards. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. A perfect counter lands. Straight right just misses. One of the best attributes to have in boxing has nothing to do with boxing. It's how well you can take a punch to the face.
Work the body, frustrate them, take the mind off the chin, take the mind off protecting everything around that. Work the body, use tactics sometimes to actually outbox a fight and beat them on points.
Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Linares in that last round. Will he back into the fray here in round 5? That corner has got to find a way to get some momentum behind their fighter.
That was a tough last round. Now you've got to make sure he doesn't put it on you. And that's what he's going to try and do. So tie him up, hold him, lean on him. Don't get drawn into a fight. Not yet. Not until your senses have come back.
Nice counter shot. The straight right just misses. These two were made each other. Straight right just misses. What do you think of what we've seen so far from these two boxers, Johnny?
What a gift. What a gift it is to have a chin where you know you can walk through anything and everything. When you let those shots go and it's just bouncing off and they're walking you down, it's so demoralizing. It absolutely breaks your heart. What else can you do?
A very competitive round here so far.
Perfectly matched. Skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I got to respect both of them more than happy.
A straight right just misses. Holding nothing back here in the round. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Let's talk about Linares in that last round. Pretty dominant round there. Let's see how they respond here in the next round.
As long as they don't get
On to the sixth round. Last round, complete domination. Let's see what we have in store for us here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
They exchange punches. You've heard the phrase, finding a second win. I don't think I need to tell you which one of these fighters needs to find it.
What can they change? Can they slow the pace down? Can they hope to knock them out early? What can they do? They've got to concentrate and relax. Because you know what you can do in the gym, you can do it in a fight. They've got to relax.
Swing and a miss with that left hook. What a round so far as we've reached the halfway point.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
He threw a punch and just got countered. This fight has a real good flow to it. Good defense to block the hook. No rest for the weary. Good counter punch. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Let's talk about Linares in that last round. And here comes round 7. So not the best round, but let's see if they can turn it around here.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
Don't let this fighter's speed fool you. There's some method to the madness. These are precision shots, and they're coming at lightning speed.
You've got to ruffle their feathers, Todd. You cannot let them get comfortable, drag them, get them complaining to the referee, because once somebody with excellent foot speed and excellent power gets into the rhythm, the fight is over.
The straight right just misses. They figure out the combination to this safe.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Well, they're going deep into the gas tank on this round. think of this fight so far, Johnny?
Now this is about desire. This is about character. This is about want.
Someone's will cave, but which fighter will it be? Those counter punches have to hurt. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. Let's talk about Linares in that last round. Talk about a what? And we enter the 8th round. Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything worked. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
That punch scored. Fighter's sort of the death by 1,000 paper cuts approach. He'll hit you 1,000 times before you can land one.
What you've got to do, Toddy, is anticipation. You've got to wait. You just got to throw caution to the wind and just hope. You're never going to know where the shots are coming from. You just got to put in a guess.
Here's a counter shot. Step back for just a moment. This fight a little bit closer than I think a lot of people thought.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Wow, that seemed to be the punch he was looking for. Let's watch it again.
I've got to see that again.
Back on their feet right now, Johnny. Do they go toe for toe or do they play defense here?
Somebody can smell blood here. They can smell blood. They've got to be smart. Get in there. Then boom, back in the same spot again. It happened once. You've got away with it. You can do it again.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Final 10 seconds here, and the corner is going to have their work cut out for them. About Morales in that last round. Beaten, bruised, and battered, but somehow he's still in it. And there's the bell for round 9. Is this the beginning of the end after 2? Whoa, wait a minute. Oh, and there's no way they're getting up from that. It is a clean knockout. And look at that body shot. They couldn't have thrown it any better. Many people would have predicted it, but we've got a knockout victory.
Oh, what a shot! What a shot! You see shots like that in the gym. At least for once, this is on TV. Thousands around the world saw